I'm Eve from Mystic Rainbow Tarot, and I'm about to do the reading, but I'd just like to take this opportunity to thank you for being part of the channel Mystic Rainbow Tarot and supporting us. And now I'm going to do the reading. Hi again, I'm at the table and ready to do this reading on JUNG HYUN SHIN Sun. And this reading has been purchased by one of my subscribers, and I would just like to say thank you to her for not only purchasing it but allowing it to be shared on the channel so that everyone can watch it. And I feel that's really kind of her, especially as she's already paid for part 1, and so this is part 2, and part 1 is already up on the channel if anyone wants to see it. So and I really do think that was a good idea of hers, because it makes sense to follow on. So now to the reading. So before I start shuffling, I'd just like to say a little bit about what this is about, because some people might not understand the question otherwise. So there has been some hate on JUNG HYUN, which I think is a real shame, and it's very sad, and it is a form of bullying, and I do sympathise with him, and that's what the first question relates to. So is the unjust hate going to calm down about JUNG HYUN so that he can realise his potential? Will things get better for him so that he can return to his career? Will people soon see him in a better light so that he can work again as an actor? So we need to know. Please answer the question on JUNG HYUN, which is, will this unjust hate calm down so that JUNG HYUN can realise his potential? Let's see what we... Oops. Let's see what we've got. So we've got the star, so yes it will. So I'm very pleased for him, because that's not a nice situation to be in for him. And then next to the sun we have the 10 of Wands, and so if we just look at this card here, I hope you can see it, we can see that he's carrying all the stress and burden of the situation on his shoulders and back. It's actually restricted him from work, and this card shows someone laden here with everything, and that is just how he feels about it all. So, you know, because there's some people who don't want to work with him because they're afraid that if they do, people will judge him, because he's getting the hate and they don't want to get hate too, because they don't want to seem to be taking sides when they just want to work as actors. They don't want to get involved. So it's a difficult situation for him. But this card does luckily also indicate that the end is in sight, you know, because it's a 10. And if he stays strong and keeps going on, he will be successful. And next we have the 5 of Wands. Hopefully you can see that. And this does show the problems that he's been dealing with at work, the strife, and he was at odds with his co-workers and bosses. I just feel there was incompatibilities in personalities and work styles that led to this conflict, and it caused a decline in productivity in the way that things came to a standstill. And at the time he was also suffering with anxiety and depression. So after all the stress of constant bickering, he abandoned the K-drama and walked out halfway through filming. So I do feel sorry for him, because mental illnesses do affect people. It affects a lot more people's lives than many realise. And I just think he kept it to himself, trying to stay strong, but he felt no one understood what he was going through. And it should be more accepted for men to get help for things like this. But many people do unfortunately suffer in silence until things get too much for them, which can cause a mini breakdown. But as I've said, he's putting this stressful period of work behind him, and I do see he's in the feeling place of relief and calm, as he just keeps his head down kind of thing and stays away until all the drama has died off. He's going to stay away until all the drama's died down. I think he thinks that's his best option, and it probably is actually. So now I'm going to get my pack again and shuffle for the next question, which is with Shin Hye-sun by his side, will he be less vulnerable? So with Shin Hye-sun by his side, will he be less vulnerable? So please send us messages about this. Will he be better off with Shin Hye-sun by his side and less vulnerable than he would be without her? Will he be less vulnerable with Shin Hye-sun by his side? So let's see what the cards say. So we have the Magician, so that's a yes. Yes, he will be less vulnerable with Shin Hye-sun by his side. And we also have the Hierophant as well. So I'll try and hold those two up. So the messages I'm receiving are that she gives him a lot of support. She's like his rock, and she is very open to other people's beliefs and ideas, and she's like his advisor and guardian angel, so to speak, in the way that she's looking out for him. So she's his strength because she gives him strength. She is the type of person who can walk her talk. She's intelligent and understanding and compassionate about everything that he's had to deal with in the past and that he is actually still dealing with. So because she is a mentor to him, this has and is helping him on his journey of growth. He has grown from this situation. He's learnt valuable lessons about not getting involved in drama and to be true to himself and his needs and wants. As I think with these two, they kind of feel they belong together. It's not something they say to each other. It's just a feeling they have about each other. I think it has something to do with they have the same beliefs and values, which does help a lot in any relationship. So let's put those back where they were. And I'm going to get my pack again and shuffle again. So the question is, will he sign with a new agency that he has no previous connection with? Will he sign up to a new agency that he has no previous connection with? Is he going to be with a new agency? Will he be with a new agency that he has no previous connection with? Tell us about his management. Is he going to sign with a new management agency that he hasn't had dealings with before? Or has he signed with a new agency? It's a possibility. What's happening with this situation, please? Will he sign up with a new agency that he has no previous connection with? What are the messages about this question? So let's see what we get. So we've got two cards here. We've got the Star. So that is a yes. He's going to sign with a new agency that he's no previous connection with this Star card. So and we also, with this card next to it, which is the High Priestess, he is going to be made aware of an opportunity that will benefit him. So, because this card is an indicator of creativity and inspiration, so there are things that are going to be offered to him with this new agency that will benefit his career. So this is all looking good for him. So I'm pleased because he's had a really bad time of things. So now I'm just going to get my pack of cards again, and I'm going to find out how their careers will unfold. So future messages about Kim Young and his career first, and how his career will unfold in the future for him. Will things become more positive for him? So how is it going to go for Kim Young and his career in the future? Future messages about his career, please. What can we expect to see happening? Kim Young, what does the future hold for him? Please send us messages. Kim Young, will he have a much more positive time in the future with his career? What's going to happen to him in the future with his career? How will it all unfold for him? So let's see. I think I'm running out of room here, but I'm going to try and fit them all on. So the first card we have is the Empress. So I'll hold that up. Hopefully you can see that. And the Empress is a very desirable card to get relating his career, because this card predicts long-term growth. So over time, his name is going to be getting out there in a good way. So things are obviously going to die down first, and there's going to be a time lapse, and then people are going to warm to him again. Especially people like directors and people in good positions, they'll start to notice him and his talent as an actor and see past what's been going on and any gossip or slander about him. And I do see long-term stability and growth in his career, and he will be rewarded for his efforts. So that's a very good sign. Remember, this is in the future, so let's see what the next card is. The next card is the Ten of Pentacles. So this means he's going to get the best of both worlds, financial security and happiness within his career. So he will come up smelling of roses in the future. He's going to find peace and happiness in all areas of his life, are the messages that I'm getting. So this is a future thing, remember. So he's going to be offered new work and acting roles in the future. And there are people already, a couple of people that have come forward and said they are willing to work with him. But it's not quite the right time. He's, like I say, he's leaving things to die down. And everybody feels that is the best way as well, the best way to go. And so he will see himself having long-term security and financial security. So I feel like next year is going to be his year. It's going to be a lot better for him. And I think that's when, in the energy he's in now, that's when he feels he'd be ready to make a comeback. And I am getting that he will become very wealthy through the success of his talents, because he is a very good actor and he's also a writer, you know, of plays and such. So as you can see, this chest is just full. It's full of money. And so he's going to be rewarded in the end. So he might, I know he's going through a bad patch, but you know, he's going to come up smelling of roses. So eventually people are going to see that he's not the bad guy. He went through a bad time. Suffer with mental health. Things went wrong in his career because he couldn't fulfill the role he was cast in. So he got such bad press over all that, and his past relationship which went wrong, and the press wrote some unfair stories about him that people have believed. So people are hating on him. So but this is going to clear up, but it all takes time, and time is a great healer, and people forget things and they move on to other dramas, newer dramas. So he's just keeping his head down while people are focusing on this. So next I'm going to find out how Shin-Ye-sun is going to do in her career in the future. So I'm going to shuffle the cards again. Tell us about Shin-Ye-sun and how things are going to unfold for her. and future messages for her, please. Shin Hye-sun. Future messages about her career, please. Is she going to have success in her career in the future? Future messages about Shin Hye-sun. Any messages we're allowed to know about Shin Hye-sun and her career for the future? Let's see what's going to happen. Shin Hye-sun in her career, please. How will it all unfold? So I will have to move some cards. I thought I would, because I am running out of room here. So we have the Six of Cups here. And this is always a good omen about a career, because it represents creativity and sharing and goodwill. She's going to be working with colleagues from the past who really value her talents and are like, oh, I want to work with her again, and you know, putting in a good word for her. And I think she also puts in a good word for other people, and I think she's putting it in a good word for him. So that helps, because you know, she's got a lot of respect for him and understands what he's gone through. So I do feel that she's also talking to people about Kim Young and trying to explain in a respectful way, you know, what's really happened to him, and that normally he is a strong, talented, good actor. He just went through this bad patch, so that's something good in his favour. And the next card we have is the World. That's a nice colourful card. I hope you can see that. And so I feel with this World card, she will be given the opportunity to travel, and it could be anywhere in the world. And also she is making a good name for herself at the moment and enjoys what she does. It fulfills her, and she feels more confident in herself and her abilities. And you know, as time has gone on, her confidence is grown, so she's in a position to help Kim Young, because she understands about confidence, and in the past she's had lack of confidence, but she's built her confidence up, and she helps him with that now, because he did lose some confidence, obviously, with all this hate, and she's helped him with that. I feel like she's got some good connections, and you know, around the world with different people in the know, and so she will help him get back into things, because she has got some influence too, and there's people listening to her, so that's good. also, this is all about success and fulfillment, which she will have in her career. So she will get plenty of work and be able to choose what fits in with her first. So, so I feel they're both going to be fine in their careers in the future. And she's doing quite well now. And I feel, you know, they are both going to be successful in the future. And like I say, she's acting at the moment, and she is quite successful already, but I feel she's going to get even more successful, and him too. And all is well in her career, but Kim Hyun will have to wait a little while, as I've said, for things to die down, all this hate on him and gossip and slander, and then he will make a comeback, and that's when his success is going to build up. So he will be successful then. He's still very ambitious and focused on reaching his career goals, which are to carry on with acting and, like I say, become even more successful in his K-dramas, films, things, and he will be recognised and rewarded in the future for his talents. So now I'm just going to get my oracle cards and see if there's any more messages, and see how their romantic connection is, because this has all been about their careers. Oh, I want these ones. So let's just see how their romantic connection is at the moment. So I'll just pull a couple of cards on how their romantic connection is. So Shin Hye-sun and Kim Hyun, how is their connection at the moment? Are they doing well? Especially as he's under all this, or has been under this stress, which he has come through. He's in a lot better place than he was. He really is. He's on the mend for sure. So he's healing nicely. And how is their romance? How's it going between the two of them? How's their romantic connection, romantic friendship? How's it all going, their connection? Messages we're allowed to know about the romantic side with these two. So I'm just going to put some cards down about how their connection is together. So we've got worth waiting for. So she does feel that he is worth waiting for, even with all the problems that he's been having. And she knows he's still healing, but he's feeling a lot better than he was. And, you know, he's dealing with it nicely. Well, you know, he's getting on with things, and she's helping him not to worry about things to do with his career, because that's been a big worry, but he's not as worried now. She's really helped him with that, you know, because he has had some interest in people working with him, and a new agency and everything. So he's going to be fine. It's just going to take a bit of time. So he's thinking next year would be better for him. That's what he's thinking about. So they still have a special connection. And we have the attraction card. So they're still very attracted to each other. So that's something good. And they still do have romantic loving feelings, and here it is with this card, romantic feelings, it actually says it. So yeah, so they've got these loving feelings and there's romance going on here in this relationship. And I think this relationship that they are in now has helped him on his healing. You know, he would have been a lot worse without her. So, you know, he's on the mend, and it's thanks to her and also his family. His family have helped a lot, but she's really helping him because she's in the same career as him. She totally understands what he's going through. Because a lot of actors actually suffer with anxiety. They go through periods of it and then they're fine. So she's able to help him with that. It is early days with this romance. You know, and we have the last card, which is getting to know each other, and that's literally what they're doing. They're getting to know each other even better. And of course she is helping and supporting him, and he's healing fine. But they are apart while she's filming at the moment, but they are fitting in their romance when and how they can. So it's still going on, and you know, it all started off as a friendship and it's blossomed into a little bit more, the start of something romantic. And you know, there is balance in this relationship, because there is give and take here, because these two can talk about anything and tell each other anything. And I do feel she's helped him get his self-esteem back. So they still have a good relationship, and I'm pleased all is going well, and I'm happy that everything is going to be all right in the future in his career. I feel hers is going all right anyway at the moment, but it's going to go from strength to strength, and she'll have her successes too. So I'm pleased that they'll both be offered many opportunities. So anyway, that's the end of the reading. Thank you for watching. Sending you love and light. Bye for now, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next reading.